the Dr. Harry Benjamin is the name. Thank you, Johan. Thank you, Mark, as well. Legend Wilson. Very grateful for the opportunity to share information with us about a game-changing technology that we have been able to embrace through our wonderful community known as Xtreamfx Global Academy. Personally, I'm a Jamaican American. I started off my career as a medical doctor back in Jamaica, and then I became an entrepreneur distributing automobiles. Did that for 16 years. My wife and I earned millions of dollars. We were able to move from Jamaica to Florida. We developed a really great lifestyle there. The real estate mortgage crisis hit us really hard. We fell into a financial valley. The network marketing industry helped us to climb out of that valley, get ourselves back on our feet. We had the privilege of going over to Nigeria, invested 8 years there, and wonderful experiences. In 2020, while I was in Nigeria, I got introduced to this community, and I started off as an affiliate. I paid a little over $100, which was 160. Currently, it's $168 to get enrolled as a basic affiliate. There's also the $399 package. Some of us go for that today. I didn't have that at the time. If it was there, I would have started with this package. But I started with a little over $100, and I started introducing people to our community. And the company paid us thousands of dollars over the course of the last 3 years, and continues to pay us money every single month based on the number of people that we have enrolled in the community, right? We earn something called residual income, passive income, that comes to our accounts based on the number of students or users of the various services that we have on the platform. So what we recommend, we don't insist, we don't cajole, but we recommend that you start off as an affiliate, introduce other people to the opportunity. It's a kind, worthwhile thing to do because they stand to gain much more from it than you could possibly gain by introducing them, right? So it's a good service that we're doing to humanity to tell them about this particular technology and the way of earning money. This part, the compensation plan on the affiliate side, I love it because it finances everything else. If you pay the initial $100+ or $399, and then you start telling people about our academy, you start to tell people about the Global Academy, you could start to tell people about our financial services. They could take advantage of loans, business credit, personal credit, real estate investor education, and so forth. And also they could take advantage of our health and wellness product line and purchase them, get healthy, and and so forth. So the affiliate program is very powerful. Now, the education side is one of the highest aspects of our value. The education teaches us how to tap into a $7.3 trillion market. And $7.3 trillion is an ocean of money. Through your laptop and your phone, you are directly connected to an ocean of money, whether you are aware or not, because the app is free, it's in your phone, whether you download it and set it up on your instruments or not, it's there. Your laptop is capable of earning you money. Your phone is capable of earning you money, whether you use it or not. Native binary options, Xtreamfx Safety Trade Technology Core Academy, I'm going to highlight a little bit of what these are. So you could pay the $89 per month if you're a student under the age of 24 at a regular school. And then if you're not, you could pay $99 a month for your education with us. It includes classes, it includes video libraries, archive libraries, and trade idea messages that get sent to your phone through Telegram. We also have the binary options as well. That's if you want to add another level of education to the $99 package. And then we have the US 30 Academy, which is $199 a month and gives you education, one of the best assets that we could use to trade and make money. And then we have the safety trade technology. Now, somebody could type the word game changer in the chat for me, please, because this is a game changer. This is literally a game changer. Welcome, Tyrone. I know Tyrone just bought his technology, and I'm excited for him. He is a friend of mine. We've been friends for years. And he's going to be rolling and growing with us. And so I'm excited for you, Tyrone. Now, the safety trade technology is a major game changer. It's only $599 to purchase it, and you pay $75 per month for what are called signals. Now, what is it that you're purchasing? You're purchasing a technology that it literally changes your MetaTrader 4 to look like this. If you're accustomed to MetaTrader 4, you're accustomed to trading. And Johan, if you could unmute for me. Johan, if you could unmute for me. Can you unmute? I know Johan, you're
Sure, I'm here. I'm here.
Awesome. What asset do you trade mainly?
Well, before this, I was doing currencies, and then I moved over to doing stocks. So I did the Market Traders Institute Academy for currency, and then favorite stocks on my own for fun.
All right, so you're trading stocks now for fun, you said, or for money?
Well, yeah, I was just investing and putting it aside. I never really pull the gains out. I just keep it going.
All right, so basically you're buying low and selling, and you're hoping for it to, your expectation is that it will continue to increase. So you try to get the best stock picks and then wait for them to go up in value.
Yes. But I learned that from learning currencies.
Currency pairs. So which currency pair were you trading in?
Well, mainly cable, and then just the major pairings. So it depends on which market was open, but I did a lot of the, USD GBP.
All right, so USD GBP. All right, so USD GBP. All right, so in order to trade USD GBP, you would have to come here. You'd have to go and mark up. Like let's say here you're trying to mark this up to find out what they call a point of resistance, right? Which is where the market could potentially go up and turn back. And then you have to find a point of support, like down here where the market could come and turn. And you try to get a support zone, maybe this, and then you try to find another one. You have to go back somewhere back here to go and find one that right here. So then now we have a support zone. And when you have a support zone, you're waiting for the market to break out above this zone, right? From here to here, right? From here to here, waiting for the market to break out above this zone, or waiting for the market to break below this zone to be able to try to take a trade. Is that generally how that goes?
Yeah, and you draw your trend lines and you find your swings.
All right, so you can put in your trend lines as well, right? So you can come down here and try to say, okay, if the market, right? Okay, but I won't waste time going through all that. But if the market, let's say you put in a trend line, you expect the market to do something like, break this line, right? And if it goes below this line, you could make money. If it stays above this line, you try to go up and go, right? Now that's the traditional way of trading. Am I about right? Not all of the details and all of the Fibonacci and all of the stuff. But
it's the general concept. Aside from your crown right here.
All right, cool. So normally to learn all of this stuff takes a lot of time. Now, here's what the safety trade technology has done. The safety trade technology has eliminated all of what I just showed you. You do not need to put in any support resistance. You do not need to put in any trend lines. You do not need to put in any Fibonacci. You do not need to do any of that. In fact, you can forget about it all. And I'm going to show you one trade, just one trade. Let me just show you one trade here. Let me just show you one trade, right? One trade. Just one trade. Let's just look at one trade. Just one trade. Look at this one trade right here. Okay, this is one trade. Now, what are we trying to figure out, Johan, for everybody who's listening, right? When the market is right here, for those who know a bit about trading, right now, based on where this is, the market is right here, right? Okay, where this red thing is. Okay, am I about right? Based on where we're not looking at the rest of it yet. We're just talking about when the market was right here. Would you say this is where the price was?
Yes.
All right. So are we, as a trader, what are you trying to find out? Would you like to know if the market is going to continue to go down or is it going to go up? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
If it's reached its extension and it's going to retrace yet. Yeah.
Right. So you're trying to figure out if it's going to go up or go down. Now, just looking at this chart as it is right now, could you predict which direction it's going to go in?
It's going to come back down.
You think it's going to come back down? All right.
More than likely.
All right, let's see what happens. Okay. All right, so in our technology, this is what our technology tells us. There are four things we look for. First, we noticed the stick line. The stick line, the red that turned green here, is called a moving average, okay? It's called a moving average. And the first thing we seek to identify is that before this green arrow popped on the screen, the candles were below the line. When the candles were below the line, it means the price was below. Can you agree with me that the price was below the line before the green arrow came up?
Absolutely.
All right, good. So those are the first two things. The candles were below, the green arrow popped up. Now, what this green arrow tells us is that the market may go up. Doesn't mean it will, but may go up. All right, and it has. And then it seems like it peaked. You know, some people say from a double top up here, right? And it looks like it's now coming down. Okay. And you have said, based on your experience, it looks like it's going to go down a bit, right? Okay. So what we are waiting for is that for us, all of these green, all of these four indicators tell us green that the market is going up. And we wait for this fourth one to turn red, this fourth one to turn red, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're waiting for it to turn red. Now, has it turned red? Has it turned red?
Starting to.
Starting to, good. Now, when it turns red, this is the technology is telling us that this is not the time to sell, it's the time to buy. So we're trained to put an entry price right there. And you could go for a beginner should go for like 2 pips, right? 2 pips on an indices is from about here to here, all right? If it's US 30, it's even shorter than that. If it's NAS, it's a little less. If it's S&P, it's a little bit more. But is it fair to tell everybody that this is about 2 pips on an indice? From the bottom green line to the top green line. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, if I'm right, and the price goes up through these 2 lines, I would have made money. Is that correct?
Yes.
But if it goes down, right? You know, let's say I even put a stop loss somewhere down here. If it goes down, I'd lose money, right?
Right.
All right. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happened, right? We're putting something called a buy stop. What a buy stop means is, let me just go up a little bit higher. A buy stop means that I'm above the price right now, which means I'm not in the trade. If it goes down and it doesn't put me in the trade, I won't lose anything. But if it comes up and then turns back down and goes to my stop loss, I will lose money. But if it goes up through this first line and the second line, I would make money if it hits here. Or I could just come up in between here, close my trade in between here, and I still make money. Okay, is that a fair assessment to share with everyone, Johan?
Yes.
All right, great. So let's go forward 1 minute at a time and see what happens. Let's see, you know, what you are saying is right. Let's see what happened here. What would you say took place?
It went into a channel.
Okay, but what happened afterwards?
It's staying there. It went up, and now you have an engulfing bullish candle. So it's still showing a buy signal.
So did I win the trade based
You won.
on exactly. So it didn't come down to my stop loss, all right? And then it went up through here and it was a winning trade. All right.
Whereas normally we'd be drawing lines and we wouldn't be in a trade at all yet.
But our technology gave us the information to go and put in a buy, which I did, and we won, right? Let's see if it even went up any further. So I won that first one, right? You could see that based on this, right? You know, you could see that clearly. Okay, the trade came up here, you know, boop, 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 and came up here, gave me some profit here, right? That's pretty clear, right? Based on, this is which chart am I? I'm even on 1 hour. So this is not even where we would have done the trade. But, you know, I'm just making a point here. So let's say you're in this now and you wanted to stay in this for a longer term. Okay, you didn't want to just come in and come out. This is a 1 hour chart, so you want to stay in for a longer point, right? So you came in about here, and like what Kevin did on the 70th, in fact, he did that on the 70th. So I take this off, and you know, if I'm staying in longer, I would have go down a little deeper with my stop loss. I would have put my stop loss maybe down here, you know, give it some breathing room. So let's see what happened, right? Let's see what happened, right? This is a 1 hour chart. So every one of these candles is an hour, right? Every one of these candles is an hour. Can you see what took place from here, right, to here, right? Would this have been a good trade for you?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have been in it.
Why? Because of what the chart was showing you, right?
But right? We also didn't look at any larger time frames or anything. But I wouldn't have been in it because I'd have been waiting for it to retrace to show me a re-entry point, which would have been much lower than where you took it by.
Right. So what this data does is give us, you know, I mean, there's ways to look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour to also, you know, align them. But my point here is that this information. I'm going to show it to you over and over again, right? So what we look for is that the price is below, the green arrows here. All of these 5 indicators are green. This one turned red. When it does, we can expect it to buy up. Okay, let's look for another opportunity to see if there's a AB. Give me a second, guys. I have to send my son somewhere.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Hey, Bridget, could you filibuster for me?
Come, oh, okay. Somebody's off mute. What you said?
Filibuster. Fill the gap.
Okay,
the
okay, oh, sure. I missed it. Yeah, okay, so we're continuing. So pretty much, Johan, what happens is that when this technology came out, we realized that it was not we, the users, the educators in our academy who are professional 7- and 8-figure traders, they back tested this for about 6 months using their typical analysis manually. And what they realized was that this technology became almost predictive. So how the technology works is that the developer created a system because his sister actually has epilepsy, and he designed a system so that she could use it easy peasy. So this is like a no-brainer system, and all you need to do is know the difference between green and red and what it means. Green means buy, red means sells, and it gives you 4 rules to follow. One is the first rule Harry mentioned. The moving average line is going to be on the system at all times, and all you need to do is identify when the candles are below the moving average line and an arrow pops up. If a green arrow pops up, it is indicating it is likely to go up. If a red arrow pops up, you see it right there. Right now, a green one is on the screen, and to the left of it, you see a red one, because it depending on what's happening. So once an arrow comes up, that's an indication it may go up. The second thing we look for is these indicators at the bottom. So if you notice all the green at the bottom one is green. The one on top of that is green. There's a third one that's also green. There's a fourth one. I'm going to come back to the fourth one in a minute. And then there's something called a buck, B-O-K-K. That's the one on top, right? The buck is one of the most important indicators you want to look at. It is likely that that's the direction of the trade. That fourth line that we talk about, where, remember Harry just said a while ago, it was all green, and he said as soon as the one on the fourth line turns red, that's when you know it's a good time to enter the trade, because the trade is kind of forming itself, and we're looking for the optimum time. We're looking for a high probability trade. We're not looking for maybe it's going to go up. We're not looking for, okay, it should go up. We want a high probability that it's going to go up. And what this technology does is take away the need for you to manually go in the market and mark up with all your indicators. This just gives you the answer. So all you need to look for is green, 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 red, and green, and it means time to do a buy. And you simply do the buy. And if you look forward in the machine, it did do a buy. So you literally put in an entry, take the amount of pips you want, and win the trade. If it was the converse, where those lines were red, 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 you'd be like, okay, there it is. This one is green, 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 red, and green. That means buy. That's literally all you need to know. You don't have to understand Fibonacci. You don't have to understand supporting trend lines and double tops and engulfing candles and W's and M's, and you don't have to know none of that stuff. The machine is literally doing anywhere from 18 to 23 confluences for you, and it is all tied up in these 4, 5 lines here, color coded. It's a color coded system, and that's making trading simple. It cut down the time tremendously. You don't have to mark no charts. It's just pretty amazing. All right, thank you. All right, bye, Randy. Right, so pretty awesome. And that's it. You literally come in, look for the codes. It's lined up the right way. Take the trade. If it's red, green, red, green, red, green, leave it alone. Not time to trade. That's it. You can trade a 1-minute trade, you can trade a 5 minutes, you can trade a 15 minutes, you can trade an hour, you can even set a trade for a week out. This system can even predict a trade a week away from them. So people
even more,
even
a month.
Yeah. So you don't have to sit down in front of the chart from morning till night, watching the market, waiting. This does the analysis based on trends and tells you the answer. So according to the time you have a half an hour to trade, Jump on there for half an hour and like a trade and go your business. 15 minutes, jump on there, 15-minute thing and go about your business. And we haven't even talked about the scanner. So whereas you can come on the safety trade and look for just these codes and make a trade, it's good. But you can also use the scanner and
Nice to meet you guys.
you have a scanner that actually gives you the answer. Scanner that prompts you when a likely trade is there. So even if you're not on this chart, it can show you.
All right. Thank you, man. BB, you're becoming a
Yes,
master
yes,
at
yes,
this
sir,
already.
yes, sir.
So Johan and the others that are listening, right? Can you see that the candles are above, like right here, right? Before this red down arrow came on the screen. Can you see the candles are above the line? Can you see that they're above the line?
Yeah.
Right. And it would be really difficult to predict at that point, am I going to have a sell-off or am I going to continue to go up? Now, based on this, it would have given us the indication to put in what's called a buy. So based on this, right? So if we went ahead and we put in a buy here, okay, and we put in another line here, a buy stop, we do buy stops. We've noticed that it went down, it didn't go up. But when it went down, just before it changed, the bar changed from green to red. So we would have deleted this trade. We would not have allowed this trade to activate anymore because the green turned to red and it's telling us that the market could be changing on us. So we would have deleted this trade and no longer go for a buy because of that change in the color of this bar, right? So that's one of the rules we follow. Even though it came back up and it was a nice tight, it was very tight to get a win on that trade, but it came back up anyway. But it started selling off again. Now, when everything turned red, right? The red arrow was here. We see the red arrow here. The price was above. Everything here is red. Can you see that? That everything here is now red.
Yeah.
So that's telling us that the market is potentially selling. Now here it turned green, but when it sold off, it looks like it was, you know, kind of sideways, but you could see that it was starting to go back up. Okay. And if we look over here, we saw that we were in an uptrend. And it seems like maybe this could be a continuation of this uptrend over here, right? That's generally how we would interpret it. At least that's how I've been taught. Okay. Now, can you see this green here? Can you see this green right here? At the end of the chart. Right. So the green here is telling us that it's not going up. The developer calls this the BS indicator, you know, to be polite, you know, the word bull and SHIT, right? But you know, I don't carry that type of personality to use all that type of expletives. But this BS indicator here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, red, 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 green, red, red, right? And you could see now that if you put in an order, this is our indication now to say, don't put in a buy, go ahead and put in a sell. So I put in a sell down below, I'll go below where price is, right, to get a buy stop. So I put in the order here and I'd go for profit like 2 pips, 2 pips for beginners. When you pass beginner stage, there are some ways to get more. So if now it continues going up, right, it doesn't put us in the trade, but if it turns back and comes down, we win another trade. Would you say that I won the other trade again, based on this, the technology telling me that it's a good time to sell?
Go back to the last sell. So when you saw that last sell, the candles were below.
All right, so the candles, remember there were candles right here and it was pushing up. So the last candle here, before this, when this turned green, you could see that the candles went above the green line, right? Yes. So at that point, you put your entry below price for a sell because it needs to come back down for us to make money. Am I correct?
Right, right.
Yeah, so the top line is my entry, the bottom line is my profit. Okay? And then now 1 minute pass, 2 minute pass, 3 minutes pass. What took place in the 3rd minute?
Stopped you out.
What happened?
On your
Did
sell.
it activate?
Yeah, you're in the
I
trade.
win the trade. Yeah, I win the trade. Yeah, right. So that's what's been going on for a lot of us who have been using the technology. It eliminates the need to go and do support resistance, Fibonacci, trend lines, and all the other things that would normally have to do to be able to identify which direction the market is going to go in. All you have to do is
how did you pick your exit point again?
The training on this is that you should take 1 to 3 pips as a beginner. As a beginner, you take 1 to 3 pips. When we get to the intermediate level, you open 2 trades. So here, you'd have opened 2 trades, right? You'd have open one and you open a second one. The first one, you're going to close down once you get to 1 to 3 pips, or maybe 5 pips. The second one, you're going to move your stop loss to entry and let it run. So just in case the trade continues going down, you can catch this move, okay? And then you could collect more pips out of the trade. You could maybe, watch it and see how far down you're going. You continually adjust your stop profit coming down with the trade as it comes down or goes up, as the case might be. Is that somewhat clear to you?
Yeah, no, I'm getting it. Okay.
All right, cool. So here's a powerful thing about this now. Let's go to the scanner, because I'm just showing you using the chart on your laptop, looking at the trade. So you're looking at your chart for during the peak market hours, and you saw the trade, you put in your trade. But what if you don't have the time to sit and look at the chart? Then there's the scanner. Now the scanner sends you and I messages on what we can trade, right? Right now, let's go look at cryptos. Cryptos is usually a little hotter than currency pairs at this time of the day because it's Sunday evening. I'm not seeing an active one showing up on the system right now as being called out by the system. But I could go and look at the last 10 that were called on cryptos, because cryptos, all right, the last one was LTC USD on a sell, XRP USD on a buy. All right, those were the last 2 that the system called out. So let's just go quickly look at XRP USD to see what it's doing. All right, and then let's put it on the 1-minute chart. And we could see, let me go to the end of this chart quickly. You could see, right, that it's bought up. So I wouldn't have known that XRP was shooting up, and it's red, 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 green, red. Now, if this part turns to green, that's no longer a valid trade. But if it keeps buying up, then it's a possibility that it could be a sell. And then the 5-minute chart, it's starting to show that it's starting to turn into a sell, because it was a buy before on the 5-minute chart, and now it's starting to turn red on the back, which suggests that it's starting to sell. Go to the 15-minute chart. There's a 15-minute buy on the 15-minute chart, right? So on the 15-minute chart, there's a buy going on this asset, and we could look at the 30-minute to see what's coming up there as well, and then go and look at higher time frames as well. So this is a very diverse technology. Now the scanner scans over 200 different symbols. So you're not just scanning current cryptos, we're also scanning indices. So we have like a lot of the world's indices here, like NAS 100, S&P 500, US 30, German 30, gold, silver, oil. You can tap into those. You can tap into currency pairs as well. The system scans those and gives you ideas on what to trade on those. And then crypto that I just showed you, and stocks. You said you traded stocks. So this will give you an opportunity to look at, and we could look at the stocks. Let me see what the stocks, right? Top 10. And you could go, what's beautiful about this is that you could go down here and pick up some of these 4-hour trades on these stocks, right? Like come down here and pick up 4-hour trade on, let's say, I'm not so familiar with stocks, but let's look at this sell on whatever is that, TERMTEK, or is that TEKMC? All right, so I have to go over here now and go and search it up, right? I'm gonna go over here and search up TEK, and I'm just doing this for your, just to show you the power of what we have. I don't mess around the stocks yet, but later on I will. All right, what was that? T what? Do you know what stock that is?
No, that one.
All right, this is it, right? All right, so I'm now bringing it up, okay? And it's giving us what's called a 4-hour trade. All right. So if I go to the 4-hour chart on it, okay, it will show me that on the 4-hour chart, it's giving me the opportunity for what's called a sell. Okay. And it's just popping up here. All right. On the 4-hour chart. So this is telling us that there's going to be a sell-off on this asset. And you could just write this down and just check it for yourself. And then, over the next few days, you could check to see if it sells off, right, on the 4-hour chart. And then we could jump up to the daily to see if the daily has a sell, and it's showing that it's starting to sell as well. You see there's a big drop here on the daily. So there's a big selling going on this particular asset. And, look at the weekly chart, you could see that starting to sell on the weekly chart as well. So going back to the 4-hour, it gives you the opportunity to get these longer term moves, because each of these candles takes a full 4 hours to develop. So without me having to know much about this stock or even know the name of it, the technology gave me an opportunity to trade it and make money. And then if I want, I can go and do some further reading on, understanding what that asset is. But TEKMC, right? Sell stop on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour time frame, and it's showing us that right here. And we can go and look at it on Trading View. You can go and read to see why is it that the asset is being sold off. But there's clearly an opportunity that there is a buyback, but the system is telling you that don't watch that. It's going to continue selling off. And you can enter the trade here now, put in an entry line below here. These 4-hour trades take days, sometimes weeks to develop properly. And you can go for a nicer move. You could benefit from a nice move on this asset. And that's just this one. Let's go back to that list of 10, just to show us how much money we are going to be able to. We are going to make a lot of money with this. This is no hype thing. Let me just go back to this, right? A lot of money. Sorry, this one. All right, then there's this other stock called XOM, whatever that one is, SAN.MC, all of these companies, whatever it is, IBM, here's one, IBM, right? A buy stop on IBM. Let's go look at it because more of us are familiar with IBM, right? It's easier for us to relate to IBM as a company that without doing a lot of thinking about it, to be able to do a buy on an IBM stock just sounds like a good idea, right? IBM, knowing what IBM is, right? So see IBM here, International Business, what that is, machines, right? Right. Okay, and then let's put it on the chart, right? And then it was 4 hours. See, green, 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 red, green. There was a sell-off, and it started buying up already. Okay, but that was called a while ago. You could see that's one. Usually these is 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you had the technology, Johan, being a trader of stocks, you saw IBM being sold off. The technology says, don't pay attention to the sell-off. This is not no big sell-off. It's going to turn back. And you jump up to the higher time frame to see that's true. It's a buy. This is not the time to sell. So the technology gave me preferential information without studying the history and this, what's going on with IBM. And I could simply come in when that information was given to us. And when it came and it started to show me this, and I put my buy stop above here when the price was down here, and then look where I would have been. Look at this kind of profit that I would have made on IBM stock. And I'm not a stock trader per se, right? So this opportunity, and this is not just IBM, there are several other stocks that are listed here that it calls out. The system is, so this is a multi-millionaire technology for those of us who are going to be using it and taking full advantage of what it offers, because it gives us over 200 different financial assets that we can be trading on. So as your trading account grows, you could be taking positions, some of these 4 hours and daily positions and weekly positions on some of the larger, more stable assets that are going to most likely continue to grow in value. So man, I'm just grateful for this, because this is not hype. What I'm sharing with you, I just started understanding, because I just bought this less than 3 months ago. And I've really been listening to the videos of the developer, and man, this is no joke. So I'm right now locked in on S&P and NASDAQ 100, and there's so much money here, so much money here. I just showed you, see the 1 hour trade. This is a 4 hour. Go down to the 1 hour chart, right? And you could go to you could just see that if you just caught a couple of these 1 hour trades, right? Just this one, just about this one alone, just this one. How much money that in 6 hours, 7 hours? Just this one trade. The system call it out. All right, buy. It looks like it was going to sell. It's not a sell, it's a buy. Go ahead and put in a buy. Put in an order just above here. Okay, so we'll put in an order just above here, and it would have, for these 1 hour trades, these are the trades that you let ride for longer periods of time. And then we can check how much pips you'd have won. How many points you gain? That's 77 points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. So if you trade $10 per point, that's $770. If you have an account strong enough to trade $100 per point, that's $7,700 that you could have made between here and here. And we are not doing any markups. We're not doing any Fibonacci retracement. We're not doing any of that. We're just simply using the data as it presents itself. Man, this is a game changer. And this is not hype. This is what the system does. See another one here, right? You could see nice and clean. And remember, when it changes to, when this green changes to red, you re-examine, you reassess the trade if you want to stay in or not, using higher time frames, right? But you get training on that. But this one, nice and clean. Green, 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 red. You put in your order just above the line. and you let it ride, right? You let it rise, or you take out your trade, you take out your profits according to what you want to do. But this trade went from here to here already, and if you had coming down here and stayed in, you could see that this is what 170. Am I right? 174 points, right? But what if you stayed in one of those trades that gives you 1,200 points, like Mr. Gregor showed us? He used 0.09 lot size and made $11,000 in 20 days, meaning that he used $9 per point and made $11,000 in 20 days with the same technology that you and I are buying for $599. Exact same technology. Now he's a developer, he understands, obviously, more about trading than those who are coming into the space using it. But man, he's helped a lot of us to make life easier. So man, I'm fired up. I'm excited. We are sharing this because we know it's the right thing to do. And we're going to make a lot of money using it. And those who choose to come and use it with us can make a lot of money to buying and selling various assets. Man, it's just a great season, great time. And this is what S&P, right? If you take the same move on US 30, let's look at the same move on US 30. Look at this, right here. All right, let's go back to it, right? Because the same moves are happening on US 30. Here it is, right? It was a big buy. It looks like it's arching to come back down. No, it's gonna still go up. You come down here, you enter the trade. See, you'd have entered the trade down here and look at it up here. If you enter that on US 30, that's 776 points. In Nigeria, we say, try. Right? This is sweet. Right? Am I talking truth, Johan? Is it sweet? 770.
No, that's yeah.
Yeah, game changer, bro. Game changer. Right? Right in this. I mean, I'm seeing the trades in front of my eyes. It's not like for me, it's I'm just sold out. I'm grateful that I been given the privilege of the information to use it, because this is not a hype thing. All right. And when the sell is happening, see, when you see the reversal take place and you see it all turn red, then you can jump in for sells. Right? Here's one. All right. Later on, you learn what this is called. It's called filling the gap. Right? Come up here and turn back. You know how to enter that. You can make some money off the sell from here to down here. So you don't have to wait and buy sell only, even though it's an overall buy market. You'll also be able to take advantage of some of the selling opportunities as well. Here's another one. Short, quick sell. Make some pips here. Buy a pair of shoes. Take your family out to dinner. Right? Trading, because you can withdraw your trading income within an hour. Within 1 hour, you come in, you win your trade, and within 1 hour, you take out your money, you go about your business. Okay? That's how powerful trading is. You can win a trade, and within an hour, you have your cash from the trade you want. Okay? And this is a sell example. Market went back into buy. All right, but it was selling off. You could see US 30 was selling off here. And you could have caught a sell here. And you could have caught another one here. And go for small moves, knowing that the market's probably going to buy back soon. And I wait for it to turn back to buy, which it has done. Down here, it's turned back to buy. And there's ways to look at that to understand that more clearly. Go to the 1 minute chart, it's now a sell. But then go to the 5 minute, blah, 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 blah. All right. Great. Thank you, Johan, for being my co-pilot. Appreciate you, bro. Right? For being willing to jump on here and help those who are listening as well. All right, Adrian. Are you an Adrian male or an Adrian female? Your line is unmuted. I didn't hear you. Yeah, Adrian. Are you a trader? Have you ever traded before?
Yes, I am a trader. Trading for 4 years now.
Oh, congratulations on that career that you're developing. You're invited by whom today?
Kevin.
Kevin. All right. Okay, Kevin. Okay, all right, but Kevin, I'm not sure which one are the Kevins. We have a lot of Kevins in our team. Kevin from which country?
Kevin Clark from Jamaica.
Okay, all right, nice. Well, welcome to the conversation. And do you have any questions for us?
Actually, I joined late because I'm actually in the States right now. The time kind of mix up. So right. I going late. So when will you guys have the next meeting?
We do this
Because-
tomorrow. We do this tomorrow at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What time zone are you on?
Honestly, I'm not even sure the time zone, but it's 5:53 right now where I'm at. I just moved to here a week
Okay,
now.
so you're on Eastern Time. You're on the East Coast. So New York, Washington, Maryland, Georgia, Florida, somewhere there.
Yes, sir, Georgia.
Okay, cool. So for you, it's 4 o'clock tomorrow on this link. But also, Kevin could send you a video of one of the previous presentations that we've done, and you could look at that, and then you take it from there.
Okay, yeah, beautiful. And then I can reach back out to you. And we
Yeah,
talk
absolutely.
about
He can connect you with myself, and anybody else, because Kevin Clark, I'm not sure which part of our team he's in. Bridget, you know Kevin Clark?
Kevin Clark, not sure.
All right, no big deal. But just Adrian, just connect with Kevin Clark and let him know to get him connected to either myself, Bridget, Mark.
Adrian put him in.
No, Adrian is the guest. Kevin Clark is this person who invited Adrian to come and take a look.
Got it.
Yeah. So good stuff, man. Johan, right? Let's make some money, bro.
Yeah, very interested, man. I'm very interested. Definitely.
It's hard not to be, honestly.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's pretty sure it's a blessing of a development, and it's unique. So there's not another technology that is like it in the world. So I'm very grateful for the developer giving it to us. He really did it for a sister. It wasn't even something he was trying to do for a product. No, it's become a great product. His wife encouraged him to share it out. He made a lot of money for 2 years using it without telling anybody about it. So I'm grateful that he decided to share it because it's made our lives easier. All right, Joshua Soas. Joshua Soas.
Yes, that's my son.
Oh, okay. Did I say his name right?
Yeah, Joshua. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, nice. All right. Oh, so both of you share the same last name. All right. Yeah, we have a 17-year young trader that's tearing this thing up. Did $250,000 in his first year. And there's a couple of other teenager traders in our community that are doing really well. And I know Marie and her husband, their son, I can't remember his name right now, but he's with Bridget. I know he's gonna do really well. Because Marie is already rocking as a trader, and the whole family is becoming traders. Marie and her husband and her son are a trader family. So nice. All right. So okay, great. And I see we have what is that? Warren Shams. Oh, Shams. Yeah, Shams was here before. You have any questions, Shams? You ready to get started, Shams? Ready to get your enrolled, become an affiliate, become a student?
Yes, sir.
All right, who invited you, Shams? You're in Antigua, right?
Yes, I'm in Antigua.
All right, cool. So June will get you hooked up. Are you registered already?
No.
All right, so go ahead and lock in your position. You know, that's what my recommendation would be.
Yes.
Take a position so that you can benefit from some affiliate bonuses. What some of us do is that we register as affiliates, pay 168, introduce other people, earn money, use the money to buy the technology, and use some of this money to trade with. The best money to trade with is money that's not your bill money that you're not going to use to pay expenses. That's the best money to trade with. So you use some of this money that you're earning as commissions and trade with that money instead of your own personal money, right? Clark and Mark and Joan. Oh, I got it. So Joan, that's your Kevin is your partner there. Okay, wonderful. All right, so we'll follow up with that. Joan and Mark over there in Trinidad and Tobago will help you. Will help you as well. The gentleman who is in Georgia right now. That's Adrian. All right, so Shams, get with Joan, and Joan will help you to get registered. I would recommend that you do that now, because I know Joan has a couple of other people putting into the system. So if you get in today, those people who she is putting in, one or two of them could come in to the system below you, and you would be able to override their business and earn commissions from what they do. That's just a wise thing to do. All right, if I were you, that's what I would choose to do. All right. The market is about to get warm, right? Because it's now market hours have opened in Japan. So you're gonna see this candlestick starting to pop up. And I'm getting ready to do some trading tonight. I'll be doing some trading tonight. When the Asian session heats up, when the people in Japan and Australia and those places start trading tonight, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of trading. Not a lot, but. And then tomorrow morning, New York session is gonna be hot and popping, right? We're gonna be making some good money tomorrow morning as these assets do what they're supposed to do. See, it's starting to change. We just saw a little candle pop up here. So over the next hour, we start to warm up a bit, all right? Let about an hour pass, and then let this kind of show you what it wants to do. These colors will either show a sell on the 1 minute, but on the 5 minutes, showing a buy. So this 1 minute is trying to form a buy on the 5 minute, but those are things you'll learn once you buy the technology and how to use two different time frames, look at the asset, and then decide what it is that you should do, what type of trade you should do. And putting a trade is pretty easy, right? Click trading, click new order, and the market is not yet open, but you could literally trade from right on your laptop. When you trade, make your money, go to your broker, withdraw your cash, use it. Go to the movies, go on a vacation, buy a car, buy a house, do whatever you want to do. That's the day we're living in. We no longer have to get up tomorrow and go to work for money if you know how to do this properly. You could do this from your phone, your laptop, anywhere in the world you have internet connection, and make excellent income that can take care of you and your family really well. Okay? All right, BB, my sister. It was wonderful fellowshipping with you this weekend on the yacht over there in Florida.
Absolutely.
Man, we had such an amazing time last night on a yacht in Fort Lauderdale. We were sailing in the Intracoastal, looking at $5, $10, $20 million homes, and dancing, eating food. We were being served by a really great team of people. You know, some of the hors d'oeuvres, or some people had sushi, some people were having, you know, all sorts of fancy chicken and fish, and you know, all sorts of wonderful desserts, and people were drinking all sorts of things. It was an open bar with all sorts, everything, wine, red wine, white wine, all sorts of different mixed drinks. I was drinking clear punch and some pineapple juice, you know, and dancing myself to the bones. But it was great. It was really wonderful, Bridget, and I'm grateful that we had a chance to connect after all these years. And this is just the beginning of some really awesome things that we're going to be doing together. So hopefully the rest of you all want to join us in that, right?
Indeed, indeed. It was awesome for true. We will talk more of it for sure in the weeks. Every day there's going to be new memories of what happened and the future, what we expect. So it's going to be great. Absolutely great catching up with you too, Harry. And actually Marie and Nashir, not there, and Peter John is here with me too. And oh yes, we forget at the beginning we did. Well, my brain must have really gone to bed today.
What's Mary's husband's name again and her son?
Nathir.
Just use PJ. Simple.
PJ. Okay, PJ. All right, that's easy. That Lafayette sounds French and fancy.
Yeah.
All right. What's your son's name?
Peter John.
Peter John. All right, good. So PJ and Peter John. All right.
Right.
Easier for me. Well, really love your family, man. Really grateful that you guys are rolling together in that way. Wonderful that you guys are doing, and I really, really admire that. I really appreciate it. Really grateful for that.
We have one more member to get on the team, you know. We have a daughter as well, but she's not taking on to the trading yet. But yeah.
When she
We're
see
still
she
pushing her.
older,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
yes, and when she see PJ start getting stuff, like
That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with you, Harry, because Harry's 14-year-old. Is Ariana is the 14-year-old?
She's 15. She's 15.
She's 15 now.
Yeah.
Ariana started to trade. And Harry wasn't, nobody else was interested, and she started to make money, and then everybody else in the family go, wait, oh, the baby of the family making money, what's going on?
Man, look at this big jump that SMP did. Look at her. Aye. Right? What a
That's
buy.
SMP?
Yeah, you see this right? This, the market open. You see this gap? All right. So, anyway, it's not the moment to do any trading with it. But that just foretells what's possibly going to happen. But these spreads too wide right now to do anything with it. But yeah, so guys, that's the day, man. Right click trading, okay? Click new order, okay? I'm making money and do that right here, live. You see this going up, right? This 1 minute thing is suggesting that it's going to come back down, but this 5 minute here is suggesting that it's going to continue to go up, and I expect it to continue to go up. That's my expectation. This sell is just a short term. It's not something.
Yes. That was a question.
Yep. So, guys, I think that's it. If there are no further questions, we're going to close off right now. It was my joy sharing this information with you all.